Alright. Well, hey, at least I have video being shown. That's a start. Last time I was streaming, I used the GeForce overlay, and it sucked real bad. These have to be the earliest weapons you can power stance with. Okay, no. Oh. This goes to show, you can make a mod for a game, it does not mean that you are good at said game. In my eyes. Hey, hey. Okay. Oh, life gem, baby. Love to see it. Oh, that's another thing. So one thing I would change. I don't actually know how this is, if this is possible. But one thing I really dislike is that when you run out of life gems, it kicks it off your bar. Yeah, let's go naked. And you get to like consistently keep putting it back on your bar. Yeah, no thanks. Keep it on my bar. Keep it on my bar. I'm gonna get more. I will buy life gems. I will eventually buy... ooh, I personally can't wait for Absolute mod to come out. Yeah, Absolution. Yeah. That mod looks awesome. Some people were kind of, I think when he originally announced it, some people were a little pissy with him. Like, oh, you're just all these people that think this is wrong with DS2. And he's like, no, I'm not saying these are wrong. I'm just saying there are a chunk of people who consider these to be things that they don't like about DS2. People were not very nice about it. I think he's still plugging away at it. Okay, I'm gonna tank that hit. Oh, look at this success. Yeah, the Absolution mod. It's a pretty long list of changes. I need to shut up. Yeah, totally got it. Some people don't. Yeah. Which, is fine. That's that sort of thing. I actually had. Let me kill this guy before I. Alright, well, the result's the same, so that's fine. No, I've only had one negative response to my mod so far, which is pretty ridiculous. Hey yo, just downloaded the texture mod, love it, amazing work, thank you for all you do. Oh, that's so sweet, thank you. It was a real, I don't know, real labor of love, that's what I was looking for. Yeah. It's like a week straight murdering my eyeballs. But I only did it because I ended up actually, I actually enjoyed it. It's weird. I couldn't stop. I kept, because you can see the things upgrade like before your eyes. And yeah, that is addicting. That is pretty awesome. Yeah, the bonfire looked good. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the improvement, of course, the people downloading my mod, they're obviously required to download the lighting mod. And personally, I think that's the mod that should get all of the credit. Like, mine is just the cherry on top, right? But it's the lighting mod that is just absolutely next level. It's crazy stuff. Man, do I want to burn the 1,000? Oh, excuse me. Do I want to burn the 1,000 already? Maybe. No, I don't want your traveling merchant set. You sell broken swords, thank you. That's great. Alright. No. I don't think I need it just yet. My broken swords are actually doing good work. Oh, I forgot to get the Estus shart. And they are canonically called sharts, by the way. Just if anyone's curious. Yeah, that's... I still have not leveled up, I just realized that. Okay. Thank you. I'll be back, lady. I'll be back. I'll level up, and then I can take down the last giant. Yeah, he's not hard. I have died to the last giant before, and luckily there's no footage of that existing. So technically, no one can prove it, other than me saying it. God, I'm so. One thing about DS2 is that the like hollowing effect, I much prefer the DS1 and like hollowing effect. I think I just look more like a zombie, to be honest. Like a thing, because at least in DS1 you became beef jerky. I will take beef jerky over a smelly, nasty, bloody looking. Ugh, it's just disgusting. Yes, seek the. Yep. I'll become king. Okay. I'm gonna try not doing any ADP. I'm gonna regret it. But I want to try not doing ADP. Okay. Let's just jump into vigor. That's how I'll stay alive. I'm trying to think, what other limitations can I put on myself? Because I have spent about 300 hours in this game, so presumably I should be decent at it. Yeah, before I actually used the mod to remove the effect, and life reduction unfortunately is not compatible. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I've never done a mod that changed the life reduction. Because yeah, I will say I'm not a giant fan of the like gradual hollowing. Not great. Now, of course, there's the ring of binding or cling ring, you know, or essentially. I don't know. I don't want to take up a ring slot. Like, and of course they got rid of any kind of system like that. Like, they didn't even have a penalty. Like, Demon Souls was rough, obviously. Like, that was probably the most brutal system of just going, you have half health now. And you only had 2 ring slots in Demon Souls, so like, I didn't want to just always have the cling ring on, but with World Tendency and all that whole ridiculous system, I mean, you were playing with fire. What was I doing? Yeah, I leveled up. Okay, so now that we're leveled up, I picked up the shard. Let me talk to her. Yeah, the ring slot, a solution for a problem they created in the first place. Yes. I mean, I get that. I don't know. Like, I'm glad they moved on to 4 slots. That helped a lot. I was definitely. It was interesting in Elden Ring that they. I guess I mean, overall, it was a good system that obviously it moved over to talismans. And you gradually unlocked more slots. I guess that made sense. It was sort of a progression thing. I recently finished a playthrough of the Convergence. Highly recommend trying out the Convergence mod for Elden Ring. I've actually not been a fan of the Convergence mod for like DS1, DS3. I actually didn't really like those, but the Elden Ring one, it's so much fun. I blitzed through the game. I had an absolute ball. Alright, so let's wreck some shit. I look disgusting. I have 2 broken swords, and I have not leveled ADP at all. What could possibly go wrong? But I will say my textures look pretty crispy. I realized from the Twitch angle, literally none of the textures are probably going to be visibly better. The bitrate. The only thing, honestly, you know, reason enough for doing the streams is the difference will be noticeable in the lighting quality. So I would treat this more as a showcase for the lighting mod. Because the textures, yeah, it ain't going to be doing a whole lot at 1080p. Oh, I didn't get that item over there. Okay, well, that's fair. I respect that. Anyway, let's get into some shit. Because I want to actually, like, I've played the game so much by now that, like, not egotistical or anything, but like it is harder for me to die because I've just seen everything. Pretty much. I've seen most of the challenges and the enemies so many times by this point. So I'm gonna try to challenge myself here a little bit. And maybe I'll die a bunch. Because I think, personally, I don't watch the, like, speedrunners or, like, those people. I think that's a fine genre of stuff on Twitch to watch. I have no problem with that. I just personally don't find it that interesting. I think hearing about it is fine for me. But like, when you watch someone who's so good at the game that they never die, I don't think that's terribly fun in Souls games. I think it's funny to die in really stupid ways. So that I can provide. I will very likely... I've already fallen into the water in things betwixt. I've died to hollows, of which I should not have died to. Oh, let me try to kill Pursuer. The non-boss Pursuer. I killed him on my last character I just made. The lighting comes across really nicely. The textures feel stock. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's... Yeah, and you're totally right that it is one of those things of, like, just looking at this, you'll go, yeah, I mean, that's what they always look like. And some, yes, like, some actually were already pretty decent. And that's why I've never... Anytime I'm talking about the texture mod, I never want to act like it's going to change your life. Because I think that's disingenuous. I would much rather talk about... Okay, buddy. Alright, bud. Yeah, I'm glad the lighting's coming across, though. That's what I figured would come across. This is bad. This is bad. I usually have the big fat guy. What? This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Hey. Normally I have him explode some barrels. Nope. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay. Can I do this without him killing me? There we go. Okay, I'm so sorry for the people at home. Oh, it's close. Okay, I'm going to pop a human effigy. Okay, so that's the other thing for this run. I'm going to consistently use human effigies without hoarding them. And so that way, if I just run out, well, I'll deal with it. Now it feels like an average 8th gen game. Yeah, that's... I send screenshots to my brother every once in a while. And that's what he said too. He was like, yeah, it actually looks like it belongs more in that generation now. Because of course, originally, it came out on PS3 360. And I think that explains... Oh, I got a torch. Yes. Oh, well, I like the Estus flash charge, so even if I die... Bitch ass hoe. You do not do that move very often. That is... Okay. Okay, well, this is going absolutely crazy. Okay. Alright, you know what? No, I'm not a man of honor. I don't... Okay, well, you know when I was saying that I'll die in really stupid ways? Nailed it. Nailed it. Yeah. Okay. So, Pursuer just made me his bitch. Yeah. Was that good? Yeah, let's clip that one out. That was good. Right as I was running away like a coward, Bomb Thrower had another idea. You bastard. Oh, that's right. Down the ladder. Do I have a firebomb? Oh, only one? I've noticed the witching urns don't seem to work for blowing up the wall. I think. I could have just been throwing them wrong. Okay. Let's... Actually gotta go, man. Good luck on the run. Hell yeah. Alright, see you later, man. I'll respond to you on Discord. I agree with the speedrunning thing. I've been playing this game for years and I've had no interest trying or watching it. I just enjoy the journey. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I honestly just like there's just something about speedrunning I don't like. They still get recommended in my YouTube feed, and I respect their talent. I really do. I just I don't know. I feel like it kind of like if I had to speedrun them, I think it would ruin the game for me personally. I understand that's kind of their content. Don't worry about Discord. Okay. All right. I promise. I'll get back to it. I feel bad. I suck at responding to my family and friends, so that actually doesn't really make a whole lot of sense why I try to be better with people on the internet, but whatever. It is what it is. My mind is an enigma. But yeah, the speedrunning, I don't know, especially like when Elden Ring first came out and they were doing like all these like super glitched speedruns. Yeah, so actually I should separate it. Okay, this is not going well. If I had to pick between two different types of speedrunning, the glitch-filled speedruns, I specifically don't care about. Those are like the lowest rung for me. I so don't care about those. Like, I get that you're breaking the game, but I just don't get any sort of enjoyment from people like glitching through the map. Probably the hipster in me not enjoying it to an extent. Yeah, I do always have to like catch myself every once in a while and go, am I just being a contrarian here? Because I don't generally like to be. I think when I was younger, I was more like that. And it was one of those things where you're like, oh, well, it's cool, so I'm not going to like it. So other people like it. And I, of course, realized that that's dumb, and no one cares. You're not cooler because you like things that other people don't like. No, you just like things that happen to be less popular. And that's okay. But doing it for a specific reason, no, that sucks. Oh, he died. Okay, cool. Alright. I mean, obviously when it comes to the Dark Souls games, there's always been a conversation of, does Dark Souls 2 suck or not? And it's obviously, I was thinking today, because, you know, I've been really, I don't know, I've had this Hollow has had his heart warmed by the responses to the texture mod and the lighting engine, where people are just generally really appreciative. They're just really nice about it, and they're like, dude, this is awesome, thank you so much. And that's just really nice. There's only been one guy. There was one guy on Twitter, and it actually cracked me up. He was like, wow, would have been nice if you spent all this effort on a good game. And I just cracked up, man. Like, that to me, it's just, that's some comedy. Like, why? I think for me, I think you went through the effort to see that someone spent over 100 hours on something. And your response is, wow, you picked a shit game to do that on. And I was like, that is just absolutely hilarious. I am glad I am not the type of person that would, oh, okay, hold on. I'm talking too much and I'm forgetting the thing that I need to do here. Because I need to nail this bomb throw. Oh, I nailed it! Nailed it! And I got my souls. Hell yeah, dog. We out here, we're jamming. I have one poppity. I also call the little items that have souls, I call them pippity poppities. I basically have an entire language that most, I think people will be like, what? Come again? What was that? Also, Titanite shards are known as sharts. That's canonical. Vati has not talked about it yet. I have emailed him, but they are canonically known as sharts. They're not even Titanite shards. They're actually, they're titty shards. I checked the lore book. You gotta have a shorthand, right? Alright, so... Radiant Life Gem. Okay, so just for organization reasons, you know what? I'm gonna put the Witching Urn. I love that it's going out of their way to specifically say they don't like Dark Souls 2. Yeah, it's one of those weird things. It's something that I've thought a lot about with like Twitter specifically, but other social media as well, where it seems like there's just the loudest voices are okay, bud, the negative ones, right? And like there's more incentive for negativity, weirdly. But I think that's also true in real life, where if you have a negative experience with something or somewhere, you're far more likely to talk about it or to complain about it than, let's say you had a good experience. You're less motivated to like leave a review. It sucks. Like, I wish our brains didn't work that way, but I honestly think that they do. I think you have to make an actual like active effort to not be negative and like play into that. So that's kind of been my not exactly mantra, but I have given up on super negativity because I just don't think it's productive, and I also don't think it makes you happy. Like, I think it was during the pandemic, where I basically went through my social feed, and I cut out because we all know certain content creators that basically monetize negativity, right? And they'll have those thumbnails, you know, and you're like, okay. It was during the pandemic at some point. I went through and I just scrubbed them off. This is yeah. Oh man, okay. Can I do this? I'm gonna shut up for a second. Okay, this is probably not gonna happen. Yep, alright, well there you go. The dumbest takes get the most eyes, you know. Yeah, it's... Well, okay. So there was a specifically dumb take that was so dumb that it was comedy. Kind of. I mean, I still think... I'm shocked that people think this way, but it was also kind of funny. It's like flat eartherism, right? Like, that is so outlandish to me that it's hard not to laugh at it a little bit, because I'm like, alright, I don't think it's gonna destroy the world that there are people that believe it. I don't like that they do, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Okay, buddy. I'm totally gonna lose track of what my point was. No, so there was I don't follow this guy, but it was somebody I followed that posted about it, or quote tweeted it. And he was saying that atomic bombs aren't real. He was like, yeah, we never dropped the bombs in Japan. Like, that was all faked. The footage was faked. And we're all like, what? What are you talking about? And he was just like, oh, I mean, it's obvious that it was faked, right? And so it is one of those things where, like, you just don't enable them. I think that's probably my overall theory, is just don't engage. Yeah, that's definitely a thought. Yeah, that was my reaction, like, huh. And it actually got worse, because he kept defending it in the comments. Like, he was just really, really going in on it. And then he posted these thumbnails. He was trying to hawk his podcast, and he had that Subarus are fake and gay. And I was like, okay, trying to stick with you here. Subaru, the company that makes cars, Subarus are fake and gay. Okay. And it apparently comes down to that there was an ad campaign in the 90s that Subaru was doing where they were specifically advertising to lesbians in some country. Because they found out that lesbians were apparently buying a lot of Subaru Foresters. And so that's his entire reason for like, get her fake. I'm like, what? It's like brain worms or something. Oh my. Am I just like secretly bad at this game? Oh my god. I'm gonna take my souls and go home. I often have to nod along with stuff like that, especially my dad's strange takes on lots of things. Yeah. Definitely family is a big source of that, I think, for a lot of people. I actually have a brother who I don't really talk to that much, but he has some, I mean, his takes aren't too outlandish. They're just, well, he's also a person you shouldn't disagree with because it just doesn't go well. So I nod along and go, uh-huh. Yeah, that's wild, man. But no, his general thoughts are like pretty popular ones, I think, of like, the whole government is corrupt. And I'm like, no, I mean, the truth is that it's more boring than that. Sure, some are. But like a broad generalizing statement of everyone in government is corrupt. I'm like, yeah, but that's one of those broad statements that's very easy. Oh, okay, we're getting a big hiccup in the Jula here. Yeah, this happens every once in a while. There you go. Fixed it. But yeah, I guess I'm just not a fan of broad generalizing statements like that. Don't, because they're disproven with literally just knowing one person. That is not corrupt. And you go, okay, well, I guess not everyone is. But I understand the middle is boring. Oh, my dad's major one is climate change. It's fear-mongering and it's being blown out of proportion. And I'm like, mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a specifically tough one. My brother actually shares that one. He's like, oh, he gets really worked up over that Greta Thunberg activist. And he's like, why? Everybody's taking advice from this little kid. And I'm like, well, I mean, I think she's like 18 or 19 now. And she respects science. Like, she's not just spouting anything. But he just immediately goes to, oh, she's a kid. And I'm like, oh my god, okay. Once again, a wide, generalizing statement that no kid knows anything, right? But climate change is a tough one because it's also one of those things that, like, we are feeling the effects of it currently, but it's tough to, I don't know, it's not as obvious as some other crises, right? It's one where the real bad effects will be quite a bit down the road, right? But right now we're already dealing with some, but yeah. Some people put their head in the sand and go, eh. Okay, I already did it. I just did it, and I didn't notice I did it. Alright. I have one poppity. What about Heidi's Tower would be if there was no global warming? Yeah, that's true. We're missing a lot of it. Heidi's Tower could be, I mean, I don't know, that could be the New York City. That thing is still beautiful though, but yeah, it's a lot of water. Yeah, that's a good idea for a mod. Create like an entire Heidi's Tower. Which reminds me, there's a Dark Souls mod that I'm really excited about. The Dark Souls Arch Thrones. I guess it used to be called Dark Souls 3 Arch Thrones, and then they renamed it because they're like, well, we don't want people to think that it's just Dark Souls 3, like, specific lore, I guess. Even though it largely seems to be. But it is bringing in Dark Souls 2 stuff as well. What was I doing? Yeah. But yeah, they showed off, because I think the demo is coming out in September. I believe Honor of Darkness did something with extending. Oh, okay. I haven't tried that one yet. I did the Seeker of Fire, whatever version. Didn't finish it, but I got pretty far. I liked most of the changes. I think I found it difficult that the enemies were faster, and You really weren't? So, like, I already felt sluggish with base DS2. Um, and then you speed up the enemies? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's get some stamina up in this bitch. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, what's he got? No, he's gone. What we got? Oh, he's relatively new character. I got the DLC with Secret and then gave up on Surlon. Oh, yeah. I mean, Surlon, if he's faster, well, that's just a nightmare. He's fast enough. Okay, I guess I could go over to Heidi. Oh yeah, okay. I'd probably go to Heidi, get some souls, go buy the key to the blacksmith. Yeah, because I'm still using shit weapons. That's bad. Yeah, I think I did have one of the playthroughs I did with Seeker. I got to the Broom Tower DLC, and then yeah, I flamed out. I was like, nah, I'm good. I struggle bust long enough, and then I just quit. There's a mod I really like that like no one knows about. It seems like it came out, and it's probably that the mod description is in Japanese, and it never got translated. So, but it's called the Elden Stamina mod, and he just altered the params files for DS2, and basically the biggest change is the roll distance is longer, or farther I should say, but the biggest thing was the time in between actions is less, and that is just a game changer, because this game, I mean, as I'm playing it now, is just so sluggish, and so punishing with that, where I don't know, I didn't feel like DS1 is slow, but it felt like appropriately slow. And DS2 for me always felt like they made me struggle bus a little bit harder than I thought they should. Not to mention Scholar was way more difficult, and it only made it worse. Okay, so we have this bonfire. Let's see how homie. Okay, well, our damage is great. Don't be like that. Okay. No. Oh, we're gonna be here all day. I might. Oh no, I might regret my decision to come here. Oh no. Okay, just enough timing. The ADP complex, yeah. I remember playing it for the first time and not knowing about ADP. So I love the subreddit for DS2. The indicator for how many users are online. It says like 323 people are not leveling ADP. Like, yeah. Yeah, one of the more controversial changes for sure. I think most people would say, nope, don't like that change. I feel the sluggishness is some of the charm. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, obviously, if it handled just like DS3, for instance, well, it would break the game. And that's part of my experience with the Elden Stamina mod, because it also speeds up Estus Flash drinking and life gem usage, basically anything you use. And it makes it easy to the point where, yeah, you can kind of surf through the game, because you're just rolling super quick, you know? Because obviously they tuned the animations for the speed at which, yeah, like the openings for attacking, like, obviously, yeah, they had an idea when they made them. But that's probably my biggest criticism of DS2 is that and it's obviously an easy criticism, not a novel one, is that the bosses are just not great. Base game. DLC obviously gets a lot better, but oh, that was close. Okay. Yeah, we're actually not doing like horribly here. But yeah, the bosses, I just yeah. I mean, they're like specifically even like in this area is actually just a perfect example of your average DS2 boss. Other than I'm trying to think who's difficult in the base game. I can't really think of one that's like specifically bad. Even Velstadt, I think he's that hard. Okay. Nashandra, nah, not really. For a final, well, was a final boss. I just feel if we got a Demon Souls style remake for this game, I'd be playing it. Yeah, until you die. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a low chance that DS2 will likely ever get touched, I think, by like the remake fever, if you will. And I think there's multiple reasons for that. Mainly that the development of DS2 was just horrendously difficult from everything we've heard. And so I think to remake it, either you could try to make it what they were actually planning on DS2 being, but I think the problem with that is I don't even know if it's entirely clear what it was. It was supposed to be more open world-ish, and you know, they've talked openly about basically we couldn't start from scratch, and we had to, the content that we did have, we had to kind of stitch together. And you know, I honestly think with the situation they had, it turned out pretty fucking awesome, considering what they were dealing with. Not to mention DS2 famously, you know, they created a different graphics engine, or just game engine in general. I think it shares some things in common, so it's not like 100% new. But it is, even looking at the file structure, I can tell, it is a different engine. Okay, bud. Okay. Oh no, this is bad. Hell yeah. Hello, I've got bad internet, so won't be here that long. Hell yeah, hey, then's DES. You know what? I'm not gonna pull this lever. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm not gonna bring up those levels. Also, Scholar existing throws a spanner in there. Yeah, exactly. That is a good example of you have two variations of DS2 hanging out there. And you have I think, I could be wrong, but a fairly divided community on which version is the ideal version. From what I can tell, I haven't seen a consensus that everyone's like, oh, well, Scholar's clearly superior. I personally have not finished base DS2. I was actually playing the PS3 version of it, emulated through RPCS3, just so I could play base DS2, because I just never had. And yeah, you immediately notice, actually, you know what? I do not have any healing. I'm gonna run back. But the first thing you notice is like, oh, there's just a lot less enemies. Interesting. This is nice. Maybe too easy. And then Scholar, they were like, but what if more? What if 4 times more? Like the Iron Keep area is just nightmare fuel. That area nearly cost me my sanity when I first played it. Now I enjoy it because I know that it's just a fucking troll, right? It's a troll of a level. They're basically saying, what if we just say, fuck the player? That seems to be the theory of Iron Keep. I think aesthetically Iron Keep looks fucking awesome, but the actual, like, game design ethos behind it was just, fuck the player. Fuck him. And, it shows. And then I was also kind of let down by the, Great Soul boss, the old Iron King, or whatever. I played bass for a huge chunk of my childhood, and then when I grew, I played a lot of Scholar, and so I have equal opinions for both. Yeah, so that's a good example there where, you know, there's just not a definitive answer. I also think it's, like, Scholar is the only example of From Software ever going back to a game that they made and genuinely changing it pretty significantly. Like, I would love to know the story behind that. Why, like, when Dark Souls 2 came out, it got really good reviews. I think it even has a higher average, potentially, than DS1. And so I'm just mildly curious. Oh, let me go get the blacksmith key. That's a good thing. I'm genuinely curious, like, what the discussion was within From Software, because they just don't go back to their games. That's, like, obviously Dark Souls Remastered was not handled by From Software. I believe it was handled by Q-Lock. And so I don't know, it's just a really weird case of why did you guys go back? And but most of my experience is with Scholar, so it's kind of the Dark Souls 2 that I know, but I have seen playthroughs of the base version. You again? Yes, it is I. Thank you, thank you. Okay, well, let's go help out the blacksmith. Well, I don't really have enough souls to do anything, and I also don't even have a weapon. I am also known by my friend group as the Dark Souls 2 guy, so my bias is immense for this game. Yeah, so I'm curious, because that's like one of the most fascinating things with the Souls community, is I love to hear people's story of where they got their start. And because it's always different. Some people started with DS3, DS1, DS2, etc. I personally had tried Dark Souls back on the Xbox 360 and failed, and just gave up. I didn't come back until 2021. I tried it again because the streamer that I really liked only really played Dark Souls 1. And so I got very familiar with it, gave it a shot, and ended up being addicted. And then I played Dark Souls 3, because at that time I had heard that Dark Souls 2 was not great, so I skipped it, and played 3. Absolutely love 3. I got my absolute shit kicked in with 3, though. And then I did go back to 2. And at first I was pretty put off, because I was like, wait, this is sluggish. It feels kind of different, like the combat feel. There's also that metallic clink sound when you hit someone. There's just a lot of things that I was like, I don't know, but then it clicked. And I really loved it. And, okay, my cats are trying to invade. But, like, that's the funny thing, is that if you look at the hours I have into each of the games, I actually have more hours in Dark Souls 2. By at least 50 hours. You know, and yet, I will freely admit that when if gun to my head, I had to rank them, I would admittedly rank 1 and 3 higher than 2. 1 just because it's iconic, and the interconnected level design, I think it's just fantastic. So much of that game, I think, is, except for Lost Izalith, it's just iconic. It's just one of the best games ever made. And Dark Souls 3 was essentially, it could feel like a greatest hits for From Software a little bit. To a detriment for some people, I think. They were like, oh, it's too fan servicey, which, yeah, I get that. But I think it has some of the best music. I think it clearly has the best boss fights out of the 3 games. Like, the DLC for Dark Souls 3 is just, I think it's god tier. I think it's the best DLC they've ever done. Second only, well, I would say the Old Hunters DLC for Bloodborne is a second behind DS3 DLC. But I will say the DS2 DLC is exceptionally good. It's so noticeable, like the step up in quality and level design, and the actual like scale of the game is massively more for the DS2 DLCs. And a lot of that apparently has to do with the fact that there were 2 developers for the base game, and one of them not as good as the other. So Tanamura was the one who took over and finished the DLCs. And it's a happy story because he's also co-director of Elden Ring. And so if people are wondering why there's a decent chunk of influences from DS2 in Elden Ring, I would, posit that that is certainly a part of it. The Tanamura influence. Alright, so what am I doing again? Okay, I got the key. I can't even use this weapon? No. No. Oh, man. 50... Okay, I guess I'm still best with these 2. My start was Dark Souls 1. Okay, alright. Oh, Saiku, thank you for the follow. Hell yeah. Let me read this real quick. My start was Dark Souls 1 because it was a game with games with gold. Yeah, right. I was around 9 or 10. Oh my god, 9 or 10? Oh god, I just know I'm so much older than you. I failed at Asylum Demon for like 2 weeks. I honestly can't fathom playing Dark Souls at 9 or 10 years old. That blows my mind. I went back after like a few months because I thought to myself, I'm gonna beat this damn game. And then after I beat it, getting my ass whooped for like 4 to 5 months, a little child me beat it and asked my parents for Dark Souls 2. Hell yeah. And played it for ages. I had a 360 and couldn't play DLC or DS3 when it came out and was devastated, but managed to play it in like 2017. Honestly, I envy you for being around much closer to when they came out. I missed out on that. And having experienced Elden Ring now, when it came out, there's just nothing like that. A new okay, you know what, guys? I give up. I've been seeing some people call Elden Ring Dark Souls 2. Yeah, 100%. That is absolutely, I think, in some ways accurate. I know it's triggering for some people, but I think it's actually pretty accurate. But yeah, I wish I had been around for all the Souls games when they came out. I missed out, but now I'm here. Miyazaki's not that old. I don't actually know how old he is, but I think he's like high 40s, early 50s, right? We got a lot more games coming from that guy. I could not be happier with that. I don't know if anyone is excited for Armored Core 6, because I was on the fence when they first announced it. I was like, well, fuck yeah. And then I thought, I was 11. Oh, still, dude. God, what was I doing when I was 11? I probably won't say, it'll age terribly. Oh, there's an item back here? Oh shit. We learn something new every day. I'm trying to remember, when was I 11? I'm 32 now. So, I won't do the math on the fly, but... Alright. No, Armored Core 6. At first I was like, you know what, that's... Okay, that's cool. We haven't had one of those in like 10 years. And then I remembered, I was like, dude, I haven't played one since the PS1. That's the last time I played an Armored Core game. Maybe that's what I was doing at 9 or 10 years old. Maybe. And so I kind of just don't have the lineage for Armored Core, so I'm like, I'm not going to have nostalgia, really. And it's going to be so different, because I didn't play any of them. PS2, PS3. Okay, I have no idea these guys. Okay. Got a whole 12 years on me? Damn, hell yeah. I know. It's wild. As I was growing up, you know, you're always just like, oh, I was consistently the youngest person in most rooms because I liked people that were older than me. It was more fun to talk to them. I kind of aged quickly that way. And now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, I'm now the older person. And I think my first experience of that happening when I was outclassed by someone just that was way younger than me in terms of like gaming skill, it's when the Wii came out. Which admittedly was fucking forever ago, but when that came out, and I still can't use it. Like the nunchuck, I don't have it. I don't have the skill. Oh, the lighting engine looks really good with this, by the way. God, the lighting's so good. Ooh, I do have a torch. Okay, I'll light it. No, it's when, yeah, so that's what I was talking about. It's when the Wii came out. I just was absolute trash at it. And I went, well, okay. I've now found the first thing that is a new piece of technology that I just seemingly can't learn that way. Nope, kick you out. No, he kicked me. Well, this is bad. This is bad. I didn't even gain that many souls. Ugh. Do I have any? No, I do not. Oh, hold on. Oh, I give up. I give up. Get out of here. Get away. It's been chill hanging and chatting with you, but I'm gonna head out. Hell yeah. Nice chat with you. Have a good night. I'm gonna keep dying. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to the bonfire at this point. No thanks. Oh, they're looking for me. Hi, how's it going? See you later, bye. Okay, you know what? This playthrough has been... this playthrough's been rough. It's good, though. I miss this feeling. I've been... I don't know if I'm the only person that does this. Oh, thanks for the follow, Yoshi. Hell yeah. I do plan to stream more often. I don't know. It sounds fun to, like, build a community of like-minded people. I watch a lot of streamers, and I have to admit I'm jealous of that. I think that's actually just really nice. Maybe it's because I'm a huge introvert, and I don't like going out. So, make internet friends. That seems like the good idea. I've made them on Twitter. I should just convert that to Twitch. Fingers crossed. Let's pop these pippities. Pippity poppity. Pippity poppity, give me the sop. Okay, alright. I'm also around the Discord a bit. Hell yeah. Fantastic. You'll probably see me if you look for the Yoshi. I will make sure to look for the Yoshi. I've enjoyed finding that Discord. Just some really cool ass people, and it led me to make the texture mod. So I was not originally planning on it until the Rage Vitamins, true wizard behind the lighting engine, was like, oh, by the way, I'm creating a texture replacement system. And I was like, come again, what? And I ended up testing it out really quickly because I've been into AI upscaling for quite a while. And I liked it. The results were so good that I was like, well, all right, I know what I'm going to be doing for the next God knows how long. Turns out it was about a week and like 100+ hours. And my eyes hurt, my sleep was shit, but God, I was living. It's also been really surreal to, like, my Twitter has always been just like a news aggregator, right? I just used it to follow the people that I liked and get content from them. I never intended it for people to get content from me. So I've sort of had to, like, I don't know, get used, just like start thinking about that, where I'm like, oh shit, I could actually say things and people would be like, damn, he said something. I don't think I have a ton of interesting thoughts, but like, I don't know, that just seems weird to me. I now have more followers on Twitter than I follow people, and that's never happened before. So I'm probably just gonna keep posting pictures of my cat. Well, I have 3 cats. 2 of them are ginormously fat, and Twitter has not seen those cats yet. Not really. I've been saving that. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me check, because as you can tell, I have 2 broken straight swords. And it's absolute fucking trash. I think I would like to use a bleed weapon. Even if it's a tiny butter knife. I would like this. Or do I go short sword, but I'm okay being short on strength, because I can two-hand it. I need 4 points into dex, though. Oh my god. I picked the wrong class. That's actually not true. This would have been fantastic for that. My dumbass dumped all of my points into vigor. And I put none into strength or dex, forgetting that my starting stats were hot fucking trash. Okay. Let's see if this unlocks something for me. Okay, what did I unlock? Anything? Broken thief sword. Well, it's worse. Dagger? Alright, that's worse. Okay, I need another level. So... yeah, let's go to Heidi. And I will kill some of the big bastards. Post another thing on Twitter that I'm live, because the first time I biffed it and it just wasn't working for like 40 minutes. I didn't know. It works. Hurrah. My gosh. So we're gonna get better at this. Alright. Send it out. After the stream, I'll have to go back through and respond to all of the other nice comments that I've gotten about the texture mod. It's been delightful. The response has been very heartwarming, and I did not expect that this many people would be really happy about it. That's been really nice. I think there's been just a lot of cases where Dark Souls 2 didn't get a fair shake, I think. I kind of take the angle of, like, we should be able to talk about the criticisms, or things that aren't, like, ideal, right? But I do reject the it's just like a shit game. I'm like, no, that I think is just unproductive, and also if people like it, let them like it, right? I think that's the thing that sort of differentiates the Dark Souls 2 lovers from the haters of Dark Souls 2, is that you don't see the people who love Dark Souls 2 shitting on the other Dark Souls games, at least not from what I've seen. I don't see them going around going, oh, Dark Souls 1's so shit, you know? No. I just see them saying that they really like Dark Souls 2. That I like. Let people talk about what they like. Okay. Oh, wow, I rolled. Whoa. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Actually, that worked out. Okay, I biffed it. I should probably go kill Last Giant, right? I would think he's probably going to be easier than these guys. Damn. I fucked up. Nope. Not today. Okay, actually, maybe. Oh, that was dodge porn right there. Oh, I used to get hit by that. No, don't do the quick thing. Don't be that guy. Hit. Do your big swing. No. Shit. Okay, no one saw that. Alright, editor, delete the VOD. Delete the VOD. No one saw that. This is Dark Souls. Yep, that. I've been humbled. Okay, I'm gonna run, get my souls, and get the hell out of here. This is not my area currently. I have no armor. My weapons are dog shit. I am putting restrictions on myself, and I will admit it's more fun that I'm dying. I was doing another playthrough of Demon Souls on RPCS3, I think like the 5th or 6th playthrough, and I was doing a randomizer, which I'm shocked that there even is a randomizer for that game, but someone made one. If Then's DES was in here, I'd shout him out. One of the OGs. But yeah, I was doing a randomizer, only the item randomizer. They don't have an enemy one, at least not one that functions. But yeah, let's go here. No, I was doing an item randomized Demon Souls, and I ended up getting all the way to Alant, and I never died. And I think that is, well, Then's DES is not here, so I can be a little critical of Demon Souls. I feel worse when he's here, because I'm like, you're so cool, and you love Demon Souls so much, so I don't want to be negative about Demon Souls. I love Demon Souls, don't get me wrong. But I think a lot of Demon Souls functions as gimmicky, right? It's a lot of gimmick boss fights, and once you know it, you know it, right? And it just becomes just massively easy. Most of the bosses, when you think about it, you're just like, yeah, now that I know their thing, it's not really like a challenge anymore. There are exceptions to that. I think Flame Lurker is a real bastard, no matter what. He doesn't have a specific quirk that just makes him a pushover, but most of the other ones do. Yeah, can't go that way. Right. Wait. Going the wrong way. I need... Hold on. What am I doing? I'm forgetting. You bitch. Oh, I know where I need to go. Okay. Yeah, I'll go this way anyway. Interesting. Running. Come on. Okay. Alright. Woo! I'm not gonna go say hi to Pate. My biggest gripe with Demon Souls is that the bosses only have like 2 moves they do the entire fight. Yeah, that's exactly 100% true. Like, there's just the move sets are just not a lot going on, you know? Like Adjudicator, once you found out that it was just the big thing in his belly, like, okay. And then the Manta Ray fight even just becomes, well, I have Storm Ruler, so alright. And then Tower Knight, I mean, I think Tower Knight is okay. You know, like, it's obviously ended up being continued with Iron Golem, more or less. But I actually think Tower Knight is cooler. It's way bigger. But then, yeah, like Phalanx, it's just a big old blob of people. You know, and you find out, oh, that's just fire. So, yeah, I don't know. And to be fair, I have to remind myself that Demon Souls is the OG. And that's another game that had a hard development cycle. You know, they ran out of time. And it was originally kind of a different kind of game, it seems. Let me go back down. Oh, no, I do want to go in that room. Yep, hold on. Like, Miyazaki took over that project because he was just like a junior person at the company, but he basically was like, yeah, this project is awful. And yeah, the higher-ups were like, yes, it is. We don't know what this project is. You can have it. Like, we think this is going to be a failure anyway. And so I have to kind of keep the context in mind that they turned it into something that's just really awesome. Consider. Okay, this is going to go really badly. Alright, well, 1 down, man. I'll take it. Woo! Okay. This is the ultimate. Okay, that's maybe going badly. Dude, you... I am not losing to this guy. I might lose to this guy. I'm probably gonna lose to this guy. I am not losing to this. Yeah, there you go. Knew it the whole time, had no doubt. I forget what's in this chest. Oh, mail breaker. Okay, hold on. We might have a live one here. Maybe. I still can't use it. Okay. I think I have enough to level up my dex to where I could at least use the short sword. I need a decent weapon. I gotta have something I can work with here, because this is just struggle bus city. Ooh, okay. I do have enough. So we're gonna actually bone out. I'm gonna utilize... Yeah, easy. Easy peasy. I knew it the whole time. I had to have faith. Even though I was kind of shit-talking myself the whole time. But that's fine. Set expectations low. Exceed those expectations. Who would have thought? If you just take off all your armor and give yourself, like, butter knives, turns out it's pretty hard. Who would have guessed? Miyazaki knows. He knows. Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna just randomly say that an obvious fact. I'm obviously waiting with bated breath for any indication of a release date for the Elden Ring DLC. I need it. I want it. Miyazaki, cook as long as you want. Because you're obviously the greatest of all time, so whatever. It's probably going to be near the 2-year anniversary of Elden Ring, if I had to guess. That seems to be the logical thing. Like a big anniversary event. You come out with the DLC. It sounds perfect. Alright. What do I have? I mean, it would be the longest dev cycle for a DLC ever. But when you consider that the base game is bigger than all of the other Souls games, well then yeah, it makes perfect sense that it would take longer. Alright, let me level up me dex by 1, thank God. So let me look at the Discord, because that's probably where they were telling me, hey, by the way, your stream wasn't funny. No, they didn't. Thank God. People change textures. Someone have gone ahead and AI upscale a bunch of textures. Yep. Okay. Not bad. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, like, I think it's one of those cases of like, I don't even have a doubt that it's gonna be awesome. I just don't think there isn't, like, I don't think there's a chance that it's not awesome. Like, they don't miss with their DLCs. Say what you want about From Software. They don't miss with their DLCs. They've all been just bangers. Just complete and utter magnificence. So I have no doubt that it's going to be just amazing. What I want is Bloodborne on PC. Oh my god! All right, let me talk for the next couple hours on that topic, because that's public enemy number one, right? Like, and let's even set aside Bloodborne on PC for a second. Like, do anything with Bloodborne. Acknowledge its existence. Say the word. Which reminds me of, there's that, I think it was like 6 months ago, or maybe it was a year. My concept of time is long dead. I have enough to level it up, maybe. No, it was whenever Sony on Twitter, and this was not PlayStation, this was like big corporate Sony, it had nothing to do with it. It was probably just a marketing guy. But anyway, they posted a super cropped screen or image, and they were like, "What is this?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, that's the Bloodborne cover." And yeah, they deleted that. They very quickly deleted that. That set off the entire internet. And whoever ended up posting that was like, I had no idea. Everyone wants this game to be updated in some way. So my theory is that, like, it's obviously not going to come to PC before it comes to PS5 officially, right? Like an actual PS5 version. That is just logical from the Sony standpoint. Like, it just doesn't. They're gonna make their money on PlayStation first. That's their strategy, and it works. It sucks sometimes because we can't play all their games. They be trolling, like when the Demon's Souls remake had coming to PS5 and PC. Yeah. Now, I will say on that one that, if I remember correctly, that Demon's Souls remake was listed in that NVIDIA leak from like a couple years ago. And so far, that NVIDIA leak has been right on the money. We got Ratchet and Clank. We got Last of Us. We got the Uncharted collection. We got God of War. No, that one was prior to. No, actually, God of War does count for that. And so, Returnal, we got on PC. So, it's been 100% accurate thus far. And I believe Demon's Souls remake was listed on there. It reminds me of the Final Fantasy 16 situation, where initially the trailer for Final Fantasy 16 came out, and it said PC, and they were like, "Oh no, it's not," and we were like, "Yeah, but why would you say it in the trailer? Clearly, you have an exclusivity agreement for a certain amount of time." And then later they were like, "Oh, yeah." It will be coming to PC. We just don't know when. But yeah, mark my words. I'll eat my hat if Demon's Souls remake never makes its way to PC. Because the current cadence has been I think well, they've also said on the record that basically there's going to be a 2 to 3 year delay with games making their way from PlayStation to PC. So technically, the Demon's Souls remake, it has been over 2 years, which is kind of weird to think about. But it has not been 3 years yet. They still have time. And I feel like they've done the other... They've been porting all the other things. We're running out of things for them to port. I think the next one to be ported is like Ghost of Tsushima, right? I don't think that one's been ported. Let's run to Last Giant, I guess. But I think we'll get Demon's Souls remake, and the modding community will go wild. With, I mean, it is the best looking Souls game. Oh, is this oh, that's actually a player. Oh, okay. That's kind of the weird thing about the Demon's Souls remake, is that I would argue even 2.5 years later, I still think that's the best looking game. PC or not, it is just absolutely amazing looking. I am still blown away by that game. And with 0 ray tracing. They didn't even need it. Of course, when it comes to PC, they should add that as a feature. That'd be nice. Oh, I gotta remember, I don't have good iframes on this fog wall. So, I'm gonna bait them. Oh. Listen here, nerds. Can I make it? Yeah, I can. All I gotta do is unlock the door. Hey, another summon sign. Oh, that goes to... Okay. That's probably an NPC summon. I think I'll do the NPC summon. I usually don't summon, but... Why not? Well, this is when I die, but can I make them jump? Seems like it. That was a real bang bus situation. Yep. Okay, well, that's fair. They earned that one. Like, they corralled me. I respect that. Scholar of the first send moment. Yes. That is kind of the tagline for Scholar, is it's a bang bus. It's just, a lot of the areas are just bang bus. They're just going to be everywhere. And they leash pretty far, it seems. And that's kind of the thing, is that, like, the areas are the real boss, not the bosses, because they're just not that hard. Watch me get my absolute shit get kicked in by the Last Giant. I'm calling it now. I've been having a real bad time with this playthrough. Alright, let me get this. Oh, fire. I don't think I've ever shot a bow in DS2. No, I take that back. I did make it all the way to the Sunken King DLC. And you have to hit that one switch up on a wall to find the hidden bonfire. Yeah, no, I did whip out a bow for that finally. Alright. Eat it. No item? Okay. Let's look in our little toolbox here. We're gonna gold pine resin this bitch. We're gonna Taurus demon this Last Giant. That's how this is gonna go. It's gonna be easy peasy. Witching urn. Ooh, some other people joined. Yeah. So we have no armor. We have not an upgraded weapon, but it's the Last Giant. He's easy, right? He's easy goddamn peasy. We never die to the Last Giant. Oh man, I need to download the mod that gets rid of these horrible overlay effects that they do. Never been a big fan, to be honest. He's a good boy. He is. He's a good boy. He's just hanging out. That's the thing that everyone like comes to a slow realization with Dark Souls, is that we're the bad guy. It's a Shadow of the Colossus thing. I think that's obviously had to be an inspiration in some way, where we are. Oh my god damn! I can't see a thing. Oh, hell. All right, hey, all right, you're a good boy. Oh, we do okay damage. Oh, fuck. Oh, I forgot the pine resin up. Okay, we're pine resing up. I think that's what it's called, right? I'm also gonna throw some witching urns at him. We're melting them. We're melting them. Yep. Okay, nope, he's gonna do the other leg. Yep, now he's doing that leg. You know, it's actually kind of weird doing playing the game while streaming. I don't stream, so this stress is, well, not stress. I don't give a shit if I die. Well, I should probably shut the fuck. All right, bud. You've had a good run, but I am the bad guy. Well, that was completely unnecessary. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Dying is part of the fun. I agree, 100%. These games would not be what they are without... No! 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 Woof. Easy, no problem. Didn't struggle at all. Didn't get hit. No hit run. No one saw it. No one saw it. Dying is part of the fun. I agree. I think it is the experience. The experience is dying over and over again. So, has anyone been paying attention to the Final Fantasy 16 difficulty discourse? I know there's been a decent chunk of it that hasn't been productive. But I did find it an interesting conversation, because I'm definitely of the opinion that I think the game is awesome. I think it has some of the best voice acting I've ever heard in a game. I think some of the boss fights are just... While I don't think the boss fights are that difficult, I think they're god tier in terms of their design and the spectacle of it. Like, just insane. I think it's just so... I mean, it's mostly so anime, and I think it's fucking awesome for that. But the moment-to-moment combat is fun, but also a giant slog, because it's a lot of trash mobs. Is it turn-based? No. So Final Fantasy 16, I mean, technically Final Fantasy 15 was also real-time combat. You know, and people now, I think, look a little bit more fondly on Final Fantasy 15. And then Final Fantasy VII Remake was also not turn-based. It was sort of a hybrid system of like action combat, but then it's a party system, and you could kind of switch people. And but Final Fantasy 16 is much closer to Devil May Cry, and that is not popular with some people. There are the people in the Final Fantasy community that would like it to stay turn-based, and I think that's a fair request. I have to admit, I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so I don't actually have any room to speak on any of this. I've just been watching playthroughs with some of my favorite streamers, like Maximilian Dude. I've been really enjoying his playthrough of Final Fantasy 16. I mean, I'll watch that guy play anything, but it's been really entertaining to watch him play that. And maybe he's just really good at the game, but from what I've been hearing, like, people just don't die that often. It's not really about that. I think he made it like 10 hours in the game before he had his first death. And obviously, coming from the Souls world, that's weird, right? Like, that's strange. But I also get that wow, I have no Titanite shards? Interesting. I do understand that, yeah, like, not every game needs to be brutally difficult. That's just because we're sadistic and we love that. Okay, this is a good opportunity to buy a decent weapon that isn't dog shit. I've never liked turn-based games because I'm big dum-dum who just wants to bonk someone with a big sword. Yeah. Dude, I'm right there with you. That's me. Okay, so my gaming history, the only games that have gotten even close to being turn-based is Knights of the Old Republic, 1 and 2, but that was like a weird hybrid system where like it was kind of real time, but really you were just pushing a button and waiting for it to happen, so it's kind of closer to an MMO almost, but even worse than that. It was just really bad hybrid system. Okay, let's get the longsword. You know what? Let's get the longsword. I'm gonna waste all the souls on upgrading this weapon. But yeah, I don't like turn-based either. Okay, so actually that ruined the latest Yakuza game. Well, the Like a Dragon one, not... I think there's the Ishin one that is the version of it that's real-time still. But no, the Like a Dragon, they moved over to turn-based, and I just don't find that fun, and so I don't blame anyone that does. But man, I do not. Man, I love Knights of the Old Republic. Nostalgic. Hell yeah, right? Knights of the Old Republic, that game, for me, like the actual gameplay, I didn't find that fun. But of course, we have to remember in the context of when it came out, so it was a different time. But I mean, it's still easily one of the best games ever made. Easily one of the best Star Wars games ever made. And I'm surprised they have not done more with the Old Republic in terms of like media content, TV shows, movies. Like, it's BioWare created just an amazing lore set, you know. And of course, there's the MMO still going. I was literally thinking about that game when I mentioned I didn't like turn-based. Right? Yeah, I was really disappointed. I ended up buying it anyway because I was watching people stream it, and I was like, I like the characters, I like the world, I like the humor. I think Yakuza has just fantastic humor. It gets me, you know. There's so many elements that I love, and it reminds me of Shenmue. I personally think IMO turn-based games are great. I especially love Persona series, but people have taste. No. So that's one where I totally agree with you. I think my brother, for instance, he loves turn-based. He loves them. And I respect turn-based. I don't think anyone can make an argument that if you like turn-based games, that is a lesser taste in video games. Absolutely not. I think it's become less popular generally as we've moved on from PS1 to PS2. Like during the PS1 generation, I mean, that was the golden era of turn-based, right? And so I do think it's gotten less popular. But I don't think anyone should make the argument that it means someone has worse taste. I refuse to believe that. Because Persona, it's not a game for me, unfortunately. But I will say the music, amazing. That shit slaps. Every song I've heard, I'm like, oh my god. I think the art style of Persona, the UI, like Persona 5 Royal, I was watching my brother play that, and I was like, this UI is unhinged. I love it. But the gameplay, right, it's not for me. I think the games are insanely long, to the point where I'm like, 200 hours, man, for one playthrough? That's an investment. But I'm happy for the people that... I mean, that's got to be awesome for the people who love that, because they get to go, I get 200 hours of a game I love, you know? That's so cool. But for me, I go, oof, I don't... That's daunting, right? Yeah, let's actually buy three more titty shards. Let's go all in. Oh, I just realized I could have upgraded the fire longsword I mean, I haven't gotten the fire longsword, but I could go get it. I know where it is. Damn. I have the inferior version. Well, whatever. What was I doing? Yep. Alright, now we're up to large titties, so I can't do anything with that. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna relent here. I'm gonna put on some armor. I'm not good enough to go without armor, so here we are. Oh, we're fat. We still have an absolute... That is the Brazilian butt lift. We got the BBL. There's no doubt about it. You can't hide that thing. Alright, so I think I have enough to level up. Bear the curse. Oh, other mod idea? Stop her from repeating the same 4 sentences. Yeah, good lord, right? Look at this badonkadonk. This thing... Like, if we were in a normal world, where not everyone was undead, and people were still attractive, and people didn't look like zombies and smelled, if all of that wasn't true, and it was 2023, and modern, this guy, he'd be pulling some hotties. I think we can all admit that. This guy, he gets it. He's got it. The ladies like it. The firekeeper, she's playing coy, but that's fine. We're friends. It's great. Yeah, let's level up. Well, now that I have actual armor, that's going to be very helpful. I'm still not doing ADP. I'm holding to that. I'm not going to do it. Okay, we'll do 1 endurance. That's fine. Bro's pulling gravity. Radon would go wild. Radon, exactly. Radon would be jealous. Radon would be like, Radon is not doing his squats. He's just crushing his horse. That's what he's doing. Which, speaking of that, I find the Radon fight interesting because my first time with it, of course I died, a decent chunk of times, but once I learned that you could basically just summon the people over and over again, I think there is a limit, but once I learned that you could just summon the NPCs consistently, just ride around on your horse summoning them, yeah, they'll kill them for you. It's not the glorious way of killing them, but I've been surprised by the amount of people that have hit that boss, and that just never occurred to them. And they just beat their head against the wall for days, and I was like, oh my gosh. Of course, I will not be a backseater. I'm not going to be a backseater. I'm not going to go in the chat and be like, well, you know what you could do. We don't like that. Oh, okay, I'm going to kill Dragon Rider. Now that I have a decent weapon, actual armor, I think I can... I'm on easy street now. I'm calling it now. It's Babe Ruth. I'm calling my shot. I will no longer have issues. This can only go well. Okay, bud. But yeah, no, going back to Yakuza, I think Yakuza is fantastic. What a cool series, and I also think the developer that makes it, RGG, I think, they're prolific. They can pump content out, and it's consistently good. I think that's a skill that a lot of devs, just aren't able to do, and not to say it's their fault. Games are bigger and bigger, and budgets are massive, and they obviously do reuse assets and stuff. I get that. I still think it's impressive. Okay, but if I... Oh, okay. That wasn't the greatest hero ever. Oh, I'm gonna kill him with that. Hell yeah, dog. I used to just farm Heidi's tower for an hour. And I would just get all the souls from it. Level up 20 times. Easy peasy. Okay, bud. I'm not gonna pull your little lever here. I'm gonna challenge myself to not take the Super Weenie Hut Jr. route to make Dragon Rider easy. Because Dragon Rider, he's a bitch, right? Like Dragon Rider he's a bit of a letdown. He's not that hard. Now the dual Dragon Rider fight, that's more annoying. Oh shit. No, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. You be that guy later. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. The no ADP is really, really costing me here. There we go. Got it. Got it. And then these homeboys. Oh, actually, there's a trick. I'm gonna get one of them to leash. I'm gonna use anything to my advantage. I will cheese all mobs. Okay, bud. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna leave you over there. You're doing fine. Although I hate when after you kill Dragon Rider, the Heidi Knights become really horny and they hate you. That makes this area not farm worthy for me personally. I go, nope. I now regret farming this location. Oh no, not a mace guy. Oh no. My ultimate weakness. Oh, that's my R2. I'm just going, I gotta commit. Okay, first try Dragon Rider, no heals. But I do have 2 witching urns and throwing knives. We're gonna get creative on this guy. Alrighty, I'm back. Hell yeah. Welcome back. We've done nothing other than not die, surprisingly. I now have armor and a weapon, so I have no healing, but I have a witching urn. I have throwing butter knives, essentially. And I have not lifted any of the platforms. So I don't have a lot of room, and I have no ADP. So this is actually probably a really bad idea. But if he does a lot of the forward-facing attacks, I'm gonna be doing pretty well. Yeah, I don't like when he does the more wide sweeping ones. Yep, see, he catches you on the little backswing on that. Whew. I also have to make sure not to run out of stamina. Because that happened on my last character I made. Ooh, stagger! Okay, take advantage, take advantage. Alright, we're rolling. We're rolling. Oh. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna build up the stamina here. Oh, hell yeah, dog. Also, since we are here, thoughts on DS2 mechanics and combat. Okay. You have opened up the topic I actually really like talking about. Well, I like talking about DS2 in general. You can definitely ask me you can ask me anything, really, I don't care. But yeah, so DS2. And I kind of have to go back to, I started with DS1, then went to DS3, and then I went back for DS2. So that's the context of what I was used to. And to be fair, I still actually think the same thing, is that DS2's combat I find to be the worst out of the 3. I think it feels sluggish with having somewhat quick animations. So it feels like a mismatch to me, where it's limited artificially, it feels like I'm in molasses, but I'm also moving quickly. Oh, we got Ghana Boy. Oh, that's Rage. That's the wizard. That's the wizard behind the lighting mod. That's my dude. No, so DS2 combat, yeah, I think they made it like look quick, but then it's not. It's horribly slow. So, and then everything has like a metallic clink when you hit things, like just a general clinkiness. Also, I love when you talk to her and you keep her talking. Oh, you want an update to... Wait, you did the player enhancements mod? Get out. I was using that like 4 days ago. Because you can walk with the Estus flask. Sadly, it wasn't... Which, it's not your fault. They both do param edits. So, the other one is the DS2 Stamina mod. That is another one I've actually used. It's too powerful, though. Secret of Fire, too? Damn, son, we got a celebrity in chat. Oh my gosh. I can change stamina. Yeah. So the stamina mod, the main thing that it did, that I think helped. Like, I actually think the maker of the Elden Stamina mod went too far, and that stamina regens too fast, to where it was basically game breaking. I was too good. And then the other thing, but the biggest part, I think, for me that I really enjoyed was that the time in between actions was less. Actually, upcoming feature, enhanced stamina. Oh, sick. Yeah, the Elden Stamina, yeah, like no one really tried it because it was all written in Japanese, like the description of it, I think. I translated it and I posted a comment on there, but it never really got any traction because it never listed like what it did, so I just had to manually. I mean, you translate it and you can easily tell what it does. It was a little too powerful. Because then you can gulp the Estus flask like really quickly now, and without increasing the speed of the enemies, you basically just break the game, essentially. Actually, upcoming feature, enhanced stamina. I never tried Elden Stamina. Time in between action is also upcoming new feature. Oh, sick. Well, I know what mod I'm installing. Now, interestingly enough, the Elden Stamina mod, obviously, of course, param edit. I weirdly was able to play online with that, which I think if I kept doing that, eventually I would be banned because it's obviously an unfair advantage, right? Totally fair. I just forgot I was online. God, what am I doing? Level up, that's right. You okay with changed weapon movesets? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't have any... I'm not married to any of the movesets for the weapons, really. I think DS2 has an ungodly amount of weapons that I don't even remember the movesets for most of the weapons, so I'd make do with basically anything. I was talking earlier, for change weapon movesets for player enhancements. I can have you test it out later. Hell yeah, I'm in for that. I'd love to do testing for that mod. I only uninstalled it because I ended up reinstalling DS2 because I was having an issue where I couldn't make a new character with the lighting mod engine, or lighting engine mod. Just reinstalled it and it was... Oh, wow. Oh, God, I'm getting terrible slowdown. Oh, no. What is happening? Okay, alright. You doing okay, GPU? We good? I can have you let me repack params. Hell yeah! I mean, yeah, no rush on that one. I'd love to test that out. Some fun stuff. I think the frames are back. Well, that was weird. No, we're kind of slow. Anyway, let's level up. Yeah, like all of those little changes, I think would help new players, right? I think those are kind of the things that when someone comes from a DS3. But then again, you know, like DS1 is obviously slow. I was actually testing a mod recently with DS1. I think it was a pretty recent mod that they did a similar param edit where they lowered. Well, they only did one thing, where they lowered the delay in between. I guess essentially the buffer in between actions, and it was really good. It was with a fine hand, right? Like it wasn't too much. It still felt like DS1, but it felt arguably to me a little bit more fair, where you know you didn't have to. It felt like you were waiting 5 seconds in between when you could roll again. You'll be the first to have the new updates. Get out! Oh, cool. That's so cool. I appreciate it so much. I love getting to meet people in the DS2 or just Dark Souls in general modding community. Amazing. I've loved it. Everyone's been so nice. It's so cool, and everyone's like team effort spirit. It's so nice. I've honestly been surprised by the Dark Souls community in general. Like, before I really got into it, you would just assume it's a bunch of really, I don't know, like, because you just know the games are, they're really hard, and the people who play them have to be really sweaty, you know, and just really competitive. And yeah, we do have some of those people, right? Of course. We do have some people that are like, oh, get good, and they actually, like, mean it. They're not just being funny. Yeah, let's get a lot of health. But I would argue, like, looking at the Reddit, looking at Souls Twitter, like, not to mention, look at the most popular Souls content creators. They're all, like, Iron Pineapple, great guy. Vadi Vidya, so nice, so polite, so just wholesome, you know. Smotown, I'm gonna forget a lot of people. I found a lot of new ones on YouTube just by recommendations, but consistently very nice people. And I've been consistently surprised by that. You just expect shitty people sometimes, but no, actually it turns out really cool ass people play Dark Souls. Alright, so I killed Dragon Rider. Okay, let's go for Ornstein. Let's go for Ornstein. If it truly is Ornstein. Does anyone have any theories on that? Do we believe the theory that it's not actually Ornstein under the armor? That's what I've heard. I'd kind of like to think that, because I think he got a raw deal. I was expecting that from Invaders, but then you look and it's nothing but cool dudes. Yeah, exactly. Even with Invaders, yeah. Ouroboros, yeah. I was really surprised when, like, Ouroboros, like, retweeted one of my things about my mod, and I was like, get out of town, and it was so cool. Illusory Wall, like, there's just been so many cases of just cool shit. Like, actually, just recently, Quaylag followed me on Threads, which I did make an account there. I figured Twitter's having some rough times. Not to get into that whole thing. That's a bunch of stuff. But Quaylag, I've looked up to her for a long time and her content. I swear to God, if Vadi Vidya comments on one of my tweets, that's gonna be. I'll print it out. I'll frame it. Honestly, like, his lore videos are just some of my favorite YouTube content of all time. Like, he and I actually recently was watching his like the VODs he had of playing Demon Souls Remake. I wish he had more VODs. Like, there's Vati Vadya, but there's not a lot of videos on there. Because I actually found him really entertaining for streaming. I wasn't sure if he would, like, translate to being entertaining for streaming, but he was. It was awesome. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm running. Nope. The Heidi Knights. That's a no from me, dog. I don't mess with that. Nope. Oh, you hoovered to me. I respect it. That's actually pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna try my really stupid method, but it's more fun. I'm not gonna fight everyone. It's a terrible idea, because then they all bunch up on you. It becomes a real, need the mod engine thing, or do I need to pack it? Oh, DS2 mod engine? Yeah, I think I still have a download for it, but you could pack it in if you want. Whatever's easier for you. No problem. I can go get it. Really appreciate it, man. So nice. I feel like in an exclusive. Okay, so this is the bang bus. This is how I usually do it. It's absolute chaos. This is how you get more viewers on Twitch. You do absolutely unhinged, dumb shit. And then somehow succeed. Oh wow. Oh shit. Well. Hey. Oh my god, I'm still alive. Okay, I'm still alive. I'm not alive. I'm not alive. Things I will leave out, probably Majula and filters. Hell yeah, hey. Easy peasy. I will test anything that you would like me to test. I have much free time, and the funny thing is, like, testing things that sort of like should be played offline is perfectly fine for me, because I don't actually tend to play Souls games online. I'm one of those weird people where I just generally play offline. This reminds me of when you aggro packs in. Yeah, WoW. Oh my god. Okay, so I played WoW off and on for like ever since it came out. I quit like 4 years ago, like pretty hardcore quit, and I've only come back for like a week, and then I just go, whatever. Right? Turns out I don't actually like it anymore. I think it's a great game. I feel like I aged out of, not aged out, I just lost interest in MMO mechanics for whatever reason. I don't really have a good explanation for it. I stopped liking it. I could blame Souls games. To be honest, Souls games have actually ruined a decent number of games for me now. I quit in Wrath of the Lich King. Shit. Yeah, I respect that. Yeah, Wrath of the Lich King, a lot of people consider to be like one of the last good ones, I guess. Because I kept playing, and yeah, it got worse. It got worse. It got more grindy, and then it got really into like RNG fucking everything, and that just wasn't fun. So like, well, now I can't really work towards anything. I just have to. Oh my god, yeah. Can you do more damage to these people? You're a dragon. I swear to God. I take that back because you didn't do a lot of damage to me. Buddy. All right, guys. That's the bang bus. Okay, I got a window. Yep. Dragon, this is the one time I'm asking, please do more damage. Okay. Woof. We're getting there. We're making progress, right? Can we get Frostmourne or Shadowmourne? Oh, there you go. Nice. That's a good idea. Actually, there is a... I don't know if you guys are familiar with, probably, the Garden of Eyes mod. That team, I actually subscribed to their Patreon, which I know is a bit... I don't know, some people have big issues with that they put their mods behind a paywall, but it's $5, so I was like, whatever. I was trying out their main mod, but they also have a World of Warcraft mod. And I never tried the World of Warcraft mod, but I would wonder, I bet, knowing them, they probably would put Frostmourne. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Okay, actually, this time, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good, and I'm gonna kill the enemies. I'm gonna be patient. No. Oh, actually, I know how you could, well, so it's kind of weird. I was really into 3D printing, which is why my name on Reddit is Snazzy 3D Prints. That was a Etsy store I had like 3 years ago. Ended up being pretty successful, but I actually sold 3D printed WoW figurines. And so I got really good with using WoW Model Viewer. And so that's the program you're looking for, as you can access the entire game files and search for the names of all the characters and actually export OBJ files. I don't think they've updated it to be like 3MF or anything. Now, of course, converting that to a format that Dark Souls would accept, I don't know anything about that. But I do know how you can get the 3D models, though. I'm trying to remember the other formats that can be used. It's been a while. Oh, Moonlight Ruin. Yeah. Oh, let me... bring a finding. Oh, it's a bang bus. It's a bang bus. Oh, God, am I gonna survive it? I live to tell the tale. Yeah, well, none of them fell off, I don't think, so that sucks. Can you guys, like, don't leash. Ah, damn it. They have to quit eventually, though, right? I think they'll quit eventually. Alright, let's do another bang bus. That sounds bad out of context. Don't clip that. But yeah, I sent you the files already? Hell yeah, my man. Oh, hey. Oh, no, I fucked it up. No! No. Okay, I can fix it. I can fix it. Yeah. Okay. Hey, breathe fire again. Damn it. Shit. Alright, third time's a charm. No, not Spear Boy. Spear Boy is the worst. We all agree. We all know that. Okay. What did we learn from that? Nothing. We learned nothing. Don't go into a bang bus. Doesn't go well. Pornhub lied. Is that acceptable on Twitch? Do we know that? Oh. You can stream hop tubs, so that's something. You bitch. Hopefully no one minds my cursing. I admittedly curse. Yeah, I know. Skill issue. I know. I'm usually good at this. This is how I normally kill the dragon. Is just by bang busting the hell out of it. Which, once again, sounds terrible. You know what I mean. Somehow I get it to work. I think I usually have a higher damage weapon. Like, I usually come back after Lost Bastille, so. Okay, bud. Alright, we got this. We got this. Come on, breathe the fire. Don't breathe on me, though. Whoa. Oh. Did he get him? Well, he didn't really hurt him that much, to be fair. Wait, did they hurt the dragon? I mean, that would make sense, since he hurts them. Fuck me, dude. Okay, hey, be cool. Oh my god. Literally, that was my big toe keeping me on that ledge. And I broke my big toe. Alright, let's roll it back. Let's do it again. Alright, anyone have any bets how many times this will take? I'm convinced. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna beat my head against the wall. Well, until the people in chat tell me to fucking move on. But if you find it entertaining, sweet. I might need to pop a human effigy at some point. Alright. Also, is it possible I could blame this on my character having a Brazilian butt lift? Is that a valid criticism? He got a BBL. It's clear. He got a BBL. That's why the hitbox. The hitbox is bigger. I just know it. Okay, I'm gonna unload on the dragon while he's busy, and I think I can kill him. Because it really just needs to be a speed game here. Because if I can kill the dragon, I'm good to go. He won't respawn, so... Oh, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, strip naked. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Because the armor's not really doing anything for me. I do need to be quicker. Yeah, give me all the iframes. The minimal, since I have not leveled ADP. Do I have anything special in my equipment or inventory? Hold on. For the first time, well, okay, not for the first time, but for one of the very rare, oh, hold on. I'm gonna pop a human effigy. I found that DS2 hitboxes aren't that bad, but they do have shockwave hitboxes on purpose. Yeah, exactly. I do think that's one of the criticisms that's like easy to levy against it without. Once again, it's a broad criticism, which is inaccurate. Oh, I forgot to do a human effigy. My bad. DS2 trying new stuff. Yeah, exactly. Which I think they got a lot right. Oh, I never popped these souls. Interesting. Let's pop a Hume effigy. Be right back. Hell yeah. My ring params. Oh, nice. Okay. We're gonna get the green blossoms ready. Oh no, I screwed up again. I didn't want to use the heal. All right. I should have named my character Hellboy, because that's basically what he is. He's Hellboy with a great ass. So the longer that I'm streaming, the weirder things that I'm saying. So I don't. We'll see how that goes. We'll play it by ear. I didn't actually imagine streaming this long, but I don't have anywhere to be, so I like hanging out too. Anyway, okay. So let's get up here, get full stamina, and then we're gonna eat the dank weed. I'll have stamina. I'm naked. I'll have max. Oh shit. Okay. All right, eat it up. Oh my god, eat it slower, please. Okay. Oh, dragon's doing some work. So I just have to hope that the dragon never does his... No, he's doing the thing that I didn't want him to do. Okay, play dead. Play dead. Okay, we are okay with that. Use the dragon as buffer. Use the dragon as buffer. Hold on. Shit. Oh. I have no life, so basically I have all the free time in the world. Hell yeah. I mean, I can't say I really have one either, so... Yeah. Welcome to the No Life Club. But then again, I've always been like a super introvert. So I've always been like the person that has like one or... Well, I have brothers, so admittedly that's like baked in friends, more or less. I've been lucky with that, except for one of them. He sucks. The other one's really cool though. So, you know, it evens out. I rarely go outside. Yeah, so, you know, I went self-employed like in 2020. I quit my retail management job in 2019. Kind of lucked out there. Doing the retail with pandemic, no thanks. No thanks. But yeah, I went self-employed, and so I still actually go outside to like do the, I don't know if, it depends on regionally, but I do shipped orders, like delivering groceries and shit. Turns out I actually enjoy it, and it's really easy, and rich people will pay you to do it, and really well too. It's strange. I've never been that kind of person who had that money to just pay someone to do something that you don't want to do. So that's something I'm definitely not used to. All right. It's basically having fuck you money, and I've never had that. So. Okay. All right. My strategy is not really paying an awful lot here. Let's see. Can I heal? And then, what if you breathe fire? I mean, it doesn't seem like a good idea, but he's gonna do it. Okay, I baited him into the thing that I wanted. Okay, it's the spear guy. Okay, well, we're making no progress, so let's switch it up. Let's go for Pursuer. Let's go for that boss fight. Because then I'll get some souls. I know you just high-res 4K textures, but you want me to send my undead hollowing textures for the player? Hell yeah, sure thing. I dig that. Even if it's just for, yeah, I mean, just for me. It's just for my personal playthroughs. I don't want to look like I should be in Left 4 Dead. I don't want to look like that. I mean, this is just, I'm no longer Hellboy, you know? Come on. I always want to be Hellboy. Anyway, okay, so let's go back here. Let's fuck up Pursuer. Pursuer's easy. But I remember my first time. Man, I had a rough go. It took quite a while. Looking back, I'm like, damn, son, I don't think he's that hard, but he had my number. Okay. Also, I would recommend, not that I'm some sort of authority on anything, to be quite honest, but it is very, very good, I've found, even as someone who doesn't really feel the need to go outside that often. It is actually really good to take a walk. Go around your neighborhood if you can. Getting sun, regardless of social interaction. Getting the sun, very good. Running, not really worth it. Hurts your knees more than if you just walk, you know? Okay, so let's head out this way. Oh, wait. I believe I have... Oh, I only have 8. I have like 9 minutes of torch. Dang it. Yeah, that's Walmart for me. Oh, okay. Yeah. I do have a Walmart near me. I used to go to it for prescriptions. And that's about it. I'm more of a Target person. If I have to choose, I will go Target. I'll pay more, but I think someone near me is having like a rave. What the heck? Alright. I have a torch now because I actually enjoy lighting the torches. I know they basically made that mechanic not needed, but I like it. Okay. I just realized I can't one-hand. I can't one-hand the weapon. No. Alright. I can't wait to have you try the new file out. Yeah, I'll let you know. Oh, okay. 2 of these guys? Oh, it's because I can't use the weapon. Yeah. Okay, well I can definitely notice they do way less damage, so... damage. My gosh. Y'all do not get your guard broken very easy. My god. God, I need some feedback. Hell yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. Yeah, feedback has been, you know, one of the super helpful parts about the texture mod. That was great. More than I could do alone. You know, just running through all the zones. It was really nice when, you know, other people started running through it too and be like, hey man, I saw this thing in this one zone. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. Let me go check that out. Oh, that's right. I meant to go check something out. There's an issue on particle textures somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna skip these guys. I don't ever really fight these guys. Alright. Okay, be nice about these iframes on the... Oh, okay, nope, they're too close. They're too close. They're not gonna let me... No. Oh my god, guys. Please stop. Okay, I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna bait them to run up here. And then I'm gonna spin move, trickle. Ooh yeah. Oh, I'll play the cutscene. You know what? I use the GIF of Pursuer landing all the time, or his like red eye lighting up, because he does look pretty sick. Oh, there was a mod recently that I saw. Yeah, Pursuer Cheese is hilarious. Yeah. I saw a mod recently that added. I think it added Pursuer armor. Because I don't think his armor is like natively in the game. At least for us to wear, right? Pursuer. Well, I have no ADP, so technically from the dodging angle, this is bad. But take my eyes off the screen for a second. I've never successfully been able to do the crossbow thing. Okay, do that. Do that. Heal up. Heal up. Wow, that throwing knife was absolutely not worth it. Dang, I was really hoping to stab him. Okay. Hey. Hey. Don't do that move. I don't like that move. Don't be moving or mixing up your moveset here. Although I know the later version of you in Lost Bastille, y'all get a lot of new moves. Oh, that was a quick attack. Shit. No. Shit. Damn it. Wish I had a gold pine. Okay, well you can fly, so, you know. We don't all have that benefit. Damn, I haven't staggered him once. Shit. Forget how long it takes to throw things. God. I'm shocked that I've been actually dodging. With like 6 ADV. Okay, we're good. Oh, I see. It's a rare move. See, that one's really often. Oh, that was textbook. That was textbook. That was Moonlight Ruin, and he hasn't released his mod yet. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, that makes total sense. Because he just posted the video on Pate, right? And like the I'm forgetting the name of the it's late, so I'm like, I don't remember anything. But yeah, he did the recent video that used his voice, right? And I saw him on Twitter, like, kind of nervous about that, but I thought it was awesome. I liked it. Dark Souls 2 Firelink Edition. That's an awesome name. That is such a good name for the mod. Okay. I also remember the first time when I found the Drangleic armor just hanging out down here. Some of the best armor in the game, just chilling. Just chilling. Just hanging out. I guess we'll get it. Yeah. Yoink. Yoink. And then we'll come back up. Oh, Drangleic sword. That is right. I now realize I upgraded the wrong weapon. Okay. Okay. That happened. Oh wow. The stat requirements are significantly higher. Never mind. Okay. Let's... you know what? I have an idea. I think we should get the fire longsword. I think that's the play. Yeah, let's get that, and then I can dump my souls into upgrading that. That's a good start. Actually, that reminds me, something I think they should bring back to a future Souls game is upgrading armor. I miss that. Like, they took it out in DS3, and then obviously it just never came back. But I thought that was just a nice build variety idea of, like, I want to use this lesser set, but I'm going to upgrade it so then it still has decent protection, like a Fashion Souls kind of thing. Like, of course, and it was balanced too, because there was a limit to how far it could go and how big the jump is when you upgrade it. So it's not like you could make the black leather or bandit whatever armor genuinely like game breaking because it was so light. No, you know, it just became a little better. I really missed that. I think I would wonder. I'm very curious what the reasoning was behind that. Yes, the fire longsword is here, and I know I'm holding 17k souls. Not adding armor upgrades is a sin. Yeah, I just, it's one of those where I'm like, was anyone complaining? I mean, of course, I'm not saying that FromSoft actively like changes things because of player feedback. They're anti that, and I love that, you know, of course. But it is one where I'm like, was it an issue? It just, you know, I will say I do trust Miyazaki, and that's just a change that they. Oh, well, I just realized I didn't sit at the bonfire. I have made a terrible mistake. Oh. Oh no 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 no. This is a very, very bad idea that I have done. I consistently put myself in the worst situations possible. Yep. Yep. Miyazaki didn't include bonfire aesthetics. Yeah, I mean, lazy Miyazaki, come on. That is just, that's indefensible. I will say, bonfire aesthetics, it's definitely a system that I haven't personally used a lot, but it's a system I like. I think it's cool. I feel like it doesn't really impact the game negatively, right? I think it actually works pretty well. It's kind of like a really cool shortcut to, obviously, to like New Game Plus, you know? And I think that's cool, but yeah, that's definitely an idea that just didn't come back. For now, I would say. You never know. Obviously, there's DS2 things that kind of went dormant for a while, and then came back in Elden Ring, so you never know. I like it since it doesn't force me. Exactly. It's a situational New Game Plus. It's really cool. I will say that Dark Souls 2 also, this is one that I don't really see it getting a lot of credit for. It has the most creative New Game Plus. Like, by a mile. It's not even close. It's the only one that genuinely seems to do anything with New Game Plus. Like, all the different... I remember I never finished my New Game Plus playthrough. but the amount of changes that they made, I was like, this is a lot of work. I mean, you guys had a really troubled development enough to just ship the game, but you also put in a whole different mode? That's crazy. Oh, okay. You guys aggro. Okay. Shit. I am not losing 17k souls. That is not happening today. Alright, shoot once. Then let me get up in there. Maybe? Okay. I was just double checking, dog. Alright. Come on. Alright, we're opening it. Fire longsword. Oh, there's a lot of people dying in this room. I am not alone. Okay. Oh, I used a homeward... Wait. I really used a homeward bone? Okay, well I didn't remember that, but whatever. Alright, let's go back. With all of our souls. I don't even mind ADP. The most I will ever complain... Oh, let me find the ladder first. About DS2 are short areas and empty rooms. Yes. That's a good one. There are a decent chunk of just empty rooms, and not like well-designed empty rooms, just boxes, you know? Really boring looking. So, yeah, I agree with you on that one, where I'm like, that's not it. I don't like this. This isn't... I don't think you can defend that very well. Okay. Oh, no. No. Oh, okay. I got the heal off at least. My God. Oh, let me get the item over here while I'm at it. Yeah, not minding ADP, that is definitely a... I wouldn't say it's a dangerous opinion. It's fine. Well, because personally, they basically they lessen the blow of ADP being an issue by basically upping the amount of levels that you get in Dark Souls 2 versus the other ones. So you have plenty of levels to spare and souls to spend. So like it's not actually a big burden that you have to spend it on ADP. Not to mention, you just get to a certain point, and you're good to go. And I have to say, I do like the, it's your own ability to modulate the difficulty. And, the other games don't, the other games obviously do give you the more simplistic choice of light, medium, and fast roll, right? Or heavy roll, or yeah, light roll, medium roll, and fat roll. Yeah, let's go travel back. But DS2 was just giving you a lot more, I guess, granularity at sort of modulating your difficulty. Not to mention the equip load system, as it was no longer 3 separate rolls. It was like 8 or 9, right? Like there's technically variations between a lot of the different percentages. Funniest thing is that I didn't even know what ADP did until my third playthrough. Oh my God. You are a beast. I can't imagine making it through the game without the ADP that I didn't know for a little bit, and then I ended up just looking up like, what the hell is going on? And then they were like, yeah, level it, you dumbass. And I went, okay, well, you got me on that one. That's crazy, dude. You are better than I. I struggle bust specifically when I got to the DLC. Like, I don't know how I did it. Like, they're so much harder, and you're still slow as shit. And the healing is so slow, and it's still so cool though. The DLCs are just absolute bangers for this game. That's right. Hold on. Let's go. Oh, good. So I can already use it. Although I do kind of want to one-hand it, right? I want to be able to use torches. I don't want to actually have to rely on two-handing it all the time.
That is the only way. Lest this land swallow
The land swallows you whole. Yeah, that sounds.
so many others.
Let's see how many souls that would cost. Ooh, 4 levels. Okay, I'll spend it. That's fine. Oh, look at this guy. We got a real strong bonk, naked build. Here you go. The Unga Bunga build. Let's equip it. Yeah, it already does more damage. Unupgraded, so. I always picked the Knight class, which had decent ADP, and I always prioritize Vigor and Endurance, knowing I always get hit in Souls games, so more iframes didn't mean much to me back then. Yeah, that's true. You have enough armor and health. I mean, that's been my saving grace in these games, is that I level Vigor a lot. I've never been good enough to... I need cushion. Because I know I'm going to get hit. I'm not like a pro dodger that's never going to get hit. That's just... I mean, I will say, I've never terribly relied on blocking. And this is why I think it's DS3 that really cemented that. Because that game is like 90% rolling. It feels like, for whatever reason, that's just like the solution a lot of the times. Rolling. Let's see, do I have any? No, he only has 4 left. I might as well buy all of them. That's buying items. I'm gonna now pick the right weapon. Okay, rolls for life. Yeah, like, oh, that reminds me. That is. So I'm one of the few humans on the planet that I didn't terribly enjoy my time with Tears of the Kingdom. I think it's a great game. I think it is a masterpiece. I think it's genius. Like, I think it's all the superlatives, right? Oh, also, I think I improved parry frames in the latest update. Get out. That's nice. That's actually something I didn't even think about, but the Dark Souls 2 parry timing is just a foreign concept to me. I've obviously pulled off parries, but like, have I ever felt like I truly understood it? But to be fair, the only game out of the entire Soulsborne genre, actually 2 of them, Dark Souls 1, I can parry quite a bit. Easy peasy. I got that timing down. I can destroy the Black Knights. Easy peasy. And then the other one is Bloodborne. I love the gun parrying system. I miss it every day. It's everything I've ever wanted in life put into a system. Oh, okay. So I need 2 more Titan shirts. Zelda a bit overrated even when I played Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I have tried to play Breath of the Wild like 5 different times. And I just drop off after like a couple hours. Oh, parries in the new update are just as easy as DS1. Oh. Excellent. That is delightful. I would love that. Because it's one of the mechanics that I just don't really use a lot in DS2 because I don't get it. I don't understand it. So to have that be easier is, well, that's a game changer. I need to get back to Pursuer. That's right. Okay. I guess I'll hang on to the souls for now. You know. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. I just didn't. Okay, well, so that's what reminded me of Tears of the Kingdom. It is the lack of a dodge roll. I feel naked. I just feel naked in that game. Without a dodge roll. And I know that's probably just from playing Dark Souls a lot, but I legitimately just couldn't wrap my head around it. I also think there's too many, and this is me just being old probably. I think there's too many buttons. I couldn't keep track of it. There were too many combinations of buttons. This button, two button combo, this menu, that menu, and I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't play Nintendo games. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last Nintendo game I actually played, but like I respect the Zelda games because I do think that obviously Tears of the Kingdom, there's a lot of brilliance on display. The physics system, bananas, and it's running on a 2015 smartphone chip that was already kind of out of date back then. Crazy stuff. But unfortunately, I wasn't having fun. So, but I would also point out that okay. Only thing I think Breath of the Wild did better than Elden Ring was NPC settlements. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Elden Ring, like that's just, yeah, that's just, yeah, definitely not a From Software thing. They just, no, we'll have little people. Well, I mean, they have the hub world, I guess, right? But that's about it. Because yeah, by the time in whatever world you're playing in a FromSoft game, like the big events have already happened, and life is ruined. So, let's see. We need to get to Pursuer. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about Tears of the Kingdom that came out shortly after it came out. Is it turns out that they were originally going to launch the game like back in 2022, and they ended up deciding no, let's just delay it. Like the game's already finished, but we're just going to take an entire year and polish the absolute hell out of it, which is just crazy. I mean that's where like Nintendo's got the money. They didn't need it to launch in 2022. They were like, nah, we're good. Don't worry about it. And then people are like overhyping the Switch is dying. It's at its last breath. I'm like, that thing is still selling like hotcakes. And they're like, yeah, but it doesn't run everything at like 60 FPS. I'm like, yeah, most people don't care. They don't. Like, I mean, you can like or dislike that fact, but most people don't care. And I think that's okay. Not everyone needs to care about frame rate. Personally, the Switch 2, yeah, I think 60 FPS is obviously something they should focus on. And they will. I don't think anyone doubts that at this moment, especially with how much newer the hardware is going to be. All right, let's go bird nested up. 30 is like 60 FPS for console players. Yeah, I mean, it's just something that you kind of have to think of like your average Madden player. They don't care. You'd have to show them it like side by side, which is fine, you know. I think that's what's bugging me and has been bugging me about on YouTube. You know, there's all the graphics card reviewers or like PC hardware reviewers. I don't like their angle on like how they review them. Well, not how they review them, but like their thoughts, where basically they're always sitting in this like stratosphere right now where they're like, well, this one does 220 FPS and this one does 280. And I'm just like, okay, that doesn't matter to me really. I mean, that's great, but I feel like that's just like jerking off, right? Like it's just, okay, I mean, that's cool, but practically that doesn't, I understand you could say more performance, but like the 4090 was so vastly insanely powerful that I'm like, what do you even use that on, right? But I don't know, that's just me being I don't even know what, but I guess I don't like how they treat mid-range cards. They treat the 2060 as if it's barely limping along and could barely render Minecraft, and that's just not true? You know? Like, I don't know. Like, the things that they say of like, oh, the 2060 could barely handle 1080p. I'm like, I have the card, so that is inaccurate. But anywho, let's fuck up Lost Bastille, which, as we know, is one of the better showcases for the texture mod. Of course, on Twitch, it's not really going to matter that much, but the lighting mod will look sick as hell. We know that much. Alright, so we love Lucatiel. Lucatiel's awesome, and we never forgot her, so that's what matters. Although, as I said that, I literally just ignored the hell out of her. Whatever, it's fine. She didn't notice. She did not notice that I didn't pay attention at all. Let's get a torch, actually. I want to actually torch... I want to torch it. Oh, I can't get back. No. Let's see if we can get the wall to blow up to McDuff on the first go. Also, I'm going to have him hit this. Oh, I thought he was dead. I thought he was playing dead. No. Okay. Too bad. Alright. This guy is sometimes quirky and likes to swing before I have the chance of whoop. Did I nail it? I nailed it. Yep. Dark Spirit Forlorn. Well, okay. Thought it was an actual invasion for a second. If I had one gripe as well about DS2, I think they do a little overboard with the NPC invasions. Like, I get that it was just an extra level of challenge, but it was also... It felt a little cheap at certain times where I'm like, dog, stop invading. Scholar, the first sin is busted though. You can easily get a +7 early. Yeah. Scholar's a little, well, I remember the first time I was playing through it, and I was getting to the DLC portion, and I got a little confused because all the different guides weren't clearly saying what version of the game. And I was like, damn, in the base DS2, they just gave you that shit? They just gave you all the keys to the DLC sitting in your inventory? That's so weird. So Scholar makes more sense from that angle, where I'm like, yeah, you have to go find them, right? Okay, what up, McDuff? I'm gonna light your thing now, just to be nice. Sweet. Let me talk to you. Oh, shit. Oh, he's got a lot of artifacts on him. Damn it. That's weird. Okay. That is a bit of a glitch. Not supposed to look like that. I've only been the one, or I've been the only one who's seen that artifact so far. No one else has mentioned it, so I don't know. Dear flame, how brightly you burn. Yeah, okay. All I want is a little flame. See, this is where, like, at first, I remember when I first met this guy, I was like, okay, he seems a little weird. And I'm like, okay, he seems okay. And then he goes, you imbecile. And I'm like, you bastard. Can't you just be nice? He's clearly lost his mind. You've got stones. Yeah. Wouldn't you like to know? I'm not good with textures, though. I don't even notice when I get them. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly the thing. That's one thing I kept in mind with my texture mod is, like, you know, I can't expect everyone to be like, oh my god, it's such an amazing difference. Like, no, like my brother, for instance, he's a person who just generally doesn't care about graphics that much. He just doesn't. And that's perfectly fine. He just doesn't care. But when it comes to stuff like that, that reminds me of when it comes to cars. DS2 NPCs are so rude and I find it hilarious. Yeah, they're just like, it's so like unnecessarily mean too. And yeah, admittedly in the other Souls games, they're less mean, but more so just creepy or horny. And I would say that's the Miyazaki influence, personally. I like to apply the horniness to Miyazaki for no particular reason. And he likes feet more than the average person, perhaps. Uh, but no, my brother, he just doesn't care about graphics. And I think that's fine. But like when it comes to cars, I'm one of the weird people that notices, oh, that tail light's slightly different than that. Well, those tailpipes are weird and they're not symmetrical and they're a little too small. We all have our things that we notice, but everyone else goes, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, okay. The girlfriends I've had, they all go, can you shut up? Can you shut up about cars? Or Dark Souls, for that matter. Unfortunately, I've only found one woman that found it hot that I talked about Dark Souls. But we broke up. But if I found one, presumably there's another. I did match up with someone on Tinder that in their profile, they were like, they had a picture of their Elden Ring Platinum. And I'm like, that might be the hottest thing I've seen in a dating profile, quite honestly. Alright, I lit his thing, so he's gonna move over so I can go grab what's in his chest. Oh, forlorn? How have you not found me by now? Homie, I have not been moving very far. Like, come on. Where the hell is forlorn? I don't think I can even use anything to like kick him out of my world. Okay, well, this is great. Shit. Well, delightful. How to fetch a new ember? Yeah. Oh, I should go to No Man's Wharf. That is true. Let's upgrade our fire longsword. I think I'm gonna main this sword. I think it's actually gonna be pretty sweet. For anyone joining, we are playing Dark Souls 2 with the DS2 LightingEngine mod. It's a sick-ass mod that basically rips out the entire rendering engine of Dark Souls 2 and replaces it with a modern one that adds volumetric fog, better anisoptric filtering, dynamic lighting, and so many new things. My contribution has been textures. So they look better, but not on Twitch. To be honest, it did not make the jump to Twitch. No Man's... Oh, I still can't use the... I can't use the bonfire. Well... Oh, actually, it's 9:46. I'm actually gonna end the stream. I am hungry. I gotta feed my cats, do the litter box, do the small responsibilities that I have, the very few. But those are the people that depend on me. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call you Zora. Is that cool? Do you have a preferred thing that for your username I can call you? Zora67 or just Zora. I appreciate you hanging out for so long. But yeah, let me know how the new player enhancements goes. Yeah, absolutely. I will absolutely let you know. I'm excited about that. I should be able to try that tomorrow. Yeah, you can call me Yozora. Oh, hell yeah, I'm in for that. No, I really appreciate you hanging out. That's so nice. You've been a real one. Nice hanging out. I plan to stream more often just because I don't expect anything to come from it, right? Like, success-wise. I think it's just cool. And if people find me streaming and want to talk about Dark Souls and anything, then that's honestly a win in my book. Like, I don't have anything super important to do, so why wouldn't I guess, right? But yeah, thanks for hanging out. It was nice talking to you. Yeah, I'm closing. Yeah, I'm heading out. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I streamed way longer than I thought I would. My God, I was having fun. Oh, did I have someone who followed? Oh, they followed. Look at that. I gotta get back to map making, but yeah, see ya. Hell yeah. See you later, man. All right, Rage. See you later. Hope you have a good day. I'm trying to remember the time difference. But I think we had an excellent texture mod launch. A lot of good buzz. Should have had a lot more downloads for the lighting engine mod. I want to check those numbers. But yeah, it's been a good day. Yeah, it was good. Hell yeah. Yeah, it was a good time. So hopefully, all the people that saw my earlier tweet saying I was launching it on Saturday, people were still liking that up until like the last time I checked, like 30 minutes ago, and I was like, no, it's live now. So I imagine we'll get an influx of people tomorrow. Take care and tell goodnight to your hard drive. Yes, my hard drive hates me. But yeah, all right. Take care, man.